Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon. Welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me today is Chris Pitre. There you go. As you can see, I'm wearing a different mask because the one I wear is for outside. It's a lot thicker. What the heck was I about to say? And my mom gave me a different one, and as you can see, when I catch a deep breath, so don't be surprised you see a lot of that. Anyway, with that said, today we are going to cover Smackdown, Friday Night Smackdown on April 17th. But before that, prior to this guy, and I thank you, my brother, because I did forget about this. It became a rush job in the last moments when I'm looking at the clock right here. You may not look it, but I'm literally pointing at the timer on my phone right now. Because when it hits 33 minutes, it overlaps and I have to do some heavy editing. So I didn't want to do that, so I made it a rush job. And I forgot about the last final part between Tommaso Ciampa and his words towards Johnny Gargano at the end of NXT. And what happened is Tommaso Ciampa says he's done with Johnny Gargano and he's done with his wife. What's her name again? Candice LeRae?
Yeah.
There you go. I'm making sure. I want to get my facts straight. And that, and you could hear him. And you would have, he was about to cuss him out. He was about to say, "You were the better man. I know for a fact he was going to say, "You son of a bitch." I know he was. But before he could say that, all you could hear was "you," and you see these hands come up from behind him and just grab him and pull him, suplex him probably. And the cameras get rolled over and all you hear is stuff getting thrown around and you hear him getting hurt. You're going, "Ah, ah!" And then you see him laying down on the ground like this, going like... And you see this leather high heel boot. You know it's a high heel because the fact that here's the foot and here's the bottom of the sole of the foot. That is a thick sole. Like what the hell kind of boots? Those are high heel boots. And of course, he has been making signals saying he was coming. Especially after the confrontation with Triple H telling him how it's going to go between them two. So now we know. Killer Kross and his female associate, which we know is the Smoke Show herself. What was her name in Impact? Do you remember? Because I don't. Shoot, I don't remember. Let me see. Give me a sec. Impact Wrestling, the Smoke Show. Let's see what comes up. I cannot read that. I don't know how to read that. Do you know how to read that? Or Dux?
Lady, the blonde lady.
Uh-huh. Hey, help. I need help. How you read this?
Bordeaux.
Mm-hmm. Scarlett Bordeaux. There you go. I was looking at the wrong part of the freaking thing. Scarlett Bordeaux. Okay. So, let me go ahead. April 17th, 2020. Smackdown results. There you go. So, with Scarlett Bordeaux, I don't know what name she's going by in WWE, but most likely, she's going to be with her boyfriend or hubby, Killer Kross. Because Killer Kross is iconic, whether it was in Lucha Underground or Impact, he always said, "Tick tock, tick tock." Like a serial killer, just like, damn, dude. You need to do some meditation. And so now we know he's on NXT. There's no question. He's on NXT. So, with that said, you know Tommaso Ciampa is going to come out and say he wants to fight him. Yeah, man. Your thoughts on that, bro?
It would be a great match if he do challenge him.
With that said, let's go ahead and mention the boys. A shout out to our brethren of the Hemis Monsters podcast. We have Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube channels will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And a remaining shout out to Renee, Farrell, Chris Pitre, Rich right here, Delvin, and T-Money. So let's go ahead and do SmackDown. The reason why I'm saying SmackDown and not 2-5 Live is because, courtesy of the COVID-19, aka coronavirus, that's why we're wearing these masks, social distancing, even though it is. What are you gonna do? You gotta hand sanitize. You gotta wash your face every so often. You gotta clean down the doors. You gotta Lysol spray your belongings, your backside. Make sure to change your clothes daily if you're riding a metro like me and him. And that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. That's why we're wearing these masks, for that reason. So let's go ahead and get with SmackDown. We got the night starting off with Bayley and the boss, Sasha Banks. And I forgot about this too. That I did forget. The fact is, before Tamina gets her shot at Bayley, she has to fight her best friend, the boss, Sasha Banks. And that's what this is about. A number one contendership to prove that Tamina does deserve a shot. Michael Cole on commentary actually goes and says that, well, Tamina gets a number one shot if she wins. What does Sasha Banks get if she wins? And she's like, what do you mean? What are you trying to imply? Well, doesn't she get a title shot if she wins? Don't try to talk like that. She gets her honor back. She's trying to throw the idea that she's going to have to fight her best friend for the title. Classic heel move within the group. Classic. Am I right, bro?
Yeah.
Who do you remember did that?
Yeah.
Out of all your favorites?
Yeah. Okay.
Speak up.
Thank you. It was Dana and Charlotte.
Dana and Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, in this match, Bayley actually tries to do some cheating, but Lacey Evans comes out from the back to drop kick her, ultimately distracting Sasha Banks, and Tamina, not one to take a chance. This was funny. She actually hits her with the super kick, and then with the right, she hit it with a splash.
No, another super kick.
Ooh, 2 super kicks. And my baby, my doggy's whining. And she gets the win and actually does get a number one contendership against Bayley. God, my baby, what you whining for? Hold up, let me help you. My mom has to get our baby. Get that coffee. I have footage of coffee on my YouTube, so y'all check that out if y'all want. Here's my coffee. Okay. Next up, we have Sheamus going up against, I don't even know what this guy's name is. I thought it was Denzel Washington. Nope, it's Denzel Georginita. I have no idea. Well, I'm guessing he's a green superstar at the WWE Performance Center, which is where it's being held, courtesy of the COVID-19. And Sheamus, in quick fashion, bro kicks him and gets the win. While after the match, Michael Cole talks about Jeff Hardy once again getting ready for his promo that's supposed to come right after Sheamus' match. And Sheamus gets upset knowing the fact that Michael Cole is talking about Jeff Hardy when he just won his match. So it looks like we're setting up for Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus. How are your thoughts on that, bro?
That'll be their feud.
Be their field? Feud. Oh.
Sheamus and Jeff Hardy.
That'd be an interesting feud indeed. Next, prior to the fact that both, thanks to Nikki Cross agreeing to it, we have Carmella and Daniel Brooke having a little spat, knowing that they have a shot at the tag team women's champion, but Daniel Brooke has a number one contendership for the qualifying match in the women's ladder match for May 10th. Mother's Day. Woo! Also my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, mama. She's making it look like, what? Cause I don't know, cause he wants to come over. So she ends up qualifying after beating Naomi, of all people. Nobody could believe it. Naomi was like, what? They got the drop on her. Daniel Brooke qualifies for the match alongside, and I quote, Asuka and Shayna Baszler. Ooh, Daniel, you gonna have fun. It's gonna pay a miracle out of your hat just to get that. Next, we have Daniel Bryan going up against Cesaro, qualifying for the men's Money in the Bank briefcase match. In which case, this was interesting because I always wanted to see Cesaro get a push, but because he's a heel and Daniel Bryan is the babyface, this was real interesting, especially when Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside with no sign of the IC title, Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn in sight. He's at stay at home, you know he is. And he's a Canadian. Is he in Canada?
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
Back Canada.
With Drew Gulak on Daniel Bryan's corner, this match would go left and right between two powerhouse ground-style technicians, and ultimately, Daniel Bryan got the win and qualifies as the first man to go into this ladder match. We have to get our opinions on who we think is going to win once all the people have been selected or qualified. My brother, the main event. It would be at WrestleMania where John Morrison, Jimmy Uso, as well as Kofi Kingston would fight for the titles, and John Morrison successfully, by pure luck, wins the match. Now, it would be the Big E, the Miz, defending his title, and Jey Uso, the other half of the Uso twins, are going to fight their shot at the Smackdown titles. With everything going around, Big E was the one, because since it's empty on it, so you can hear him talking. It's like, your boy ain't here to play now. Your boy ain't here to play. Your boy didn't come here to play. That's what he kept saying. Like, oh God. How would you think about that, bro? He's tearing up that freaking announce table. Damn. Only for him to go through it by the Miz of all people. I've seen it. There's the image right there. Look at that.
Miz and Jimmy Uso.
Yeah, it's a tag team. They tag team to take out the bigger target.
Yeah.
And finally, it was in the between them, where the Miz pulls the finger four leg lock on Jimmy Uso. But out of nowhere, recovered real quick, is Big E picking up the Miz, dropping him on the ground with a big ending, and actually wins the SmackDown Tag Team titles for him and his partners, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, for the 8th time. And he is just, we got video footage of them watching it live between Kofi Kingston, who is happy even at the end of the footage saying, wake up the kids! I'm like, oh God, what time is it over there? And of course, Xavier Wood promoting everything is that the podcast for the Big New Day podcast. He got the, what do you call it? The Up, Down, Down YouTube channel and all that. And when we come back to Big E, he's just licking those titles like, hey, I miss you, baby. Like, what the hell? What the hell? He's giving that title stuff. Damn. And then, fun fact, while I was watching the day of Elimination Chamber, before Actually, no, it wasn't the Elimination Chamber. It was the day of. Whoops! You okay? It's fine. You're good. I'm just making sure about your leg. Back up. My mom's taking care of our dogs. One is being very stubborn. Yes, you are. She wants to run around. Anyway, let me fix this up. No wobbly. In which case, the day of Super Showdown, before Miz and Morrison actually get the title, Biggie licked that title right in front of me. He's like, So now we have a 8-time SmackDown champions. Who are you hoping to win in that match?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Oh no, Jay.
Jay.
It's fine. I can't tell the difference between the two. I hear one has a tattoo, but now they got a bunch of tattoos. I can't tell. So you were hoping for the Usos to get the title again and match them for 7.
Yeah.
But now the New Day is 2-time champions more than the Usos.
Yeah.
Oh, you mad? I know you mad. With that said, hold the hell up.
Yeah, you got the...
I know, where is it? Look, where is it? Where the hell is WWE? This is the WWE page for the record. I'm glad I just thought about that and you're thinking the same thing. Where the hell is the drama between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville?
And Braun Strowman with Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, they didn't have that either.
No.
Oh my god. So which one you decide. Which one you want to cover first?
Cover the Alexa and Nikki Cross show where they called out.
Okay. So, this is actually how the show started. I remember this now. Because A Moment with Bliss, with the hosts of the 2-time women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, their friends they call out her former mixed tag team partner that was on Facebook Live, team of Biggie Smalls. That's that Biggie Smalls. A big monster and a little goddess. What did you call her, Ma? What did you call Alexa Bliss? You called her a mouse? A rodent? A flea? I ate a flea's bleed! I know. She told me to do this, like, wrap it up. But, ultimately, while they're talking and how he's going to deal with Braun Strowman's going to deal with Bray Wyatt, he actually looks in the corner of the ring and says, "What's that? What's what? Oh, you shouldn't have. You didn't have to get me a gift." And she's like, "Well, yeah, but that's not mine." Oh, don't kid. He opens the gift, and I knew what it was going to be. I knew what it was. But it was crumpled up, torn up, one of the black masked sheeps that Braun Strowman was wearing when he was a part of the Wyatt family. That sent something in his head because he's like looking at it, staring at it. It was like, damn, he's entranced by it. Because you remember what he was called, right? The Black Sheep of Destruction. That's what Bray Wyatt called him. He was his Black Sheep of Destruction. He created him, he said. I wonder if they'll sell those masks again.
Yeah.
Have you walking around with that mask?
Yeah.
Nah, you just a white sheep. Yeah. Do your impression of a sheep. Do it. Got it. Okay, now we get to 3, 2, 1. Mandy. In which case, Sonya Deville comes out begging her to come out, talking about it was her at Tough Enough, it was Tough Performance Center, it was her and this, it was her and that. Don't break this up. Mandy Rose comes out, talks with her, hears her out, and then she goes two-face. Going from crying sympathy, wanting sympathy, to straight up nasty, for better lack of term, woman. She goes and says that it's her fault that this tag team was going out, this and that. saying that it's because of her going. The second she knew she was going for someone like Otis, that Fire and Desire was going to end. So she was trying to team up with Dolph Ziggler because he knew. I mean, she knew that he could help him push them to become the women's tag team champions. But that all went down the drain, and she ruined it. It's like the why? Because she knew that she was in her shadow. That she always came out with her entrance music. That she always had to get the airtime. That she got the magazine covers. She didn't. It was like I'm sorry. In this storyline, I gotta ask if she's the hard hitting woman that she says she is, and she's not. That she's just she's not a worker. That she's the actual fighter. Then what the hell happened to a voice? What? She was a friend. She was a partner. She was this. She was that. Did you not speak up? What the hell happened to your voice? Did every time you see her, you go mute? What the hell? It doesn't sound like she's your friend. You don't speak up. Like it's like us with T-Money. He wanted to change from when we shout out it's T-Money, King of Puppies. He wanted to change that. He wanted to do the Rock thing and say, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. I said, you can't do that, bro. You're not the Rock. But you can do it if you say your animals. You say the lion. And if you smell what the lion is cooking. Yeah. He spoke out and I said, well, if you want to, we're going to miss it. But yeah, we did it. You miss it?
I missed the other part. Yeah.
King of
Puppies.
No, say it with a high pitch. King of Puppies. See, that's what I like. Oh, damn. Yeah, we missed that, bro. But that's the thing, though. That's what things happen in WWE and in real life, too. Sometimes things, they want to change it. So you either tell them they can or tell them they can't. She didn't even ask for the voice. And it comes to straight up fight between her. She goes and starts arguing. Here comes Dolph Ziggler trying to look at her and say, come on, you can't tell me you didn't feel anything for me. Why he was lying. And she gets up and says, don't you dare touch me. And she, Sonya Deville goes for the punch. Is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And here comes Otis Dozovich. He's like, he's standing up for his girl and he's beating the hell up out of him. He sends Dolph Ziggler out. And Sonya Deville goes on to a chokehold on the big guy. And she yanks, Mandy Rose is back on her feet. She pulls Sonya Deville by the hair while he's still on Otovich and BAM! And she's laying on him. Here comes Dolph Ziggler again and Sonya Deville is out of the ring. She's running. And here comes Otis. He slams Dolph Ziggler and sets him up and you can hear her. Mandy Rose is saying, do it, baby. And he goes, Caterpillar. He goes, elbow, and everybody loved that. Dude, I'm sorry to say this. What if Mandy Rose learns to do the Caterpillar? That's gonna be one beautiful Caterpillar. That's the desirable Caterpillar. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, anything else that I missed, bro? I'm trying to think here.
No, that was it.
Alright. So what was your best part of the night, in your opinion?
The best part, in my opinion, was the big brawl with Mandy and Sonya Deville.
That's a good drama. Oh, that's another thing that happened. The person that showed the truth to Mandy Rose, he made an appearance again. And he actually shows that he's got eyes on everybody involved in the tag team divisions, both men and women alike. He's got cameras everywhere. I'm like, what the hell? Is this a freaking Sami Callihan ICU again on WWE? What the hell?
He got capped by Sasha Banks and Bayley. The New Day.
Usos. Nikki and Bliss.
Yeah.
Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan and Drew McIntyre. Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
They were covering everybody. Like, what the hell's going on? And he says that the truth will come out with a robotic voice. And this time, did you pay attention, my brother? I did. Last time he was wearing black gloves when he announced the betrayal of Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler. Not this time. He has light-skinned hands. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's Caucasian. He could be European, he could be a Canadian, or he could be American. Hell, he could be from South America. Or he could be someone like me. I'm Hispanic, but I'm also Italian, which is why I got light-skinned hands. I don't tan much. So, he's not, I can say this much, he's not Middle Eastern, or he's not black. He could even be Asian. Asians have light-skinned hands. There you go. I didn't think of that until now. I was thinking like, wait, Middle Eastern, oh, Asia. That's no. So, who is this individual? The fact that we're getting character development and him spying on everybody, that means we're going to get a reveal on who this guy is. Oh, and I wanted to get your opinion before we end this video. What are your thoughts on how WWE, because they're worried about money, they're releasing so many people? Who did you hate most to see them go?
Cardi Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Oh, yeah, your boys with the AJ Styles.
Yeah.
No, too sweet. Bye-bye.
They're going back to Japan or AEW or somewhere else.
Oh, what if they go to Ring of Honor?
Yeah, they go.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor or...
Because they had the Bullet Club there.
Yeah. Or NWA.
I haven't heard much of NWA. I got some episodes, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So, 27 minutes? Alright. You ready to end this, bro?
Yeah.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button if you like the content. Hit that notification bell for the next Heavy Monsters podcast. Like I said, there was no 205 Live because it was just coverage on Brian Kendrick talking about his favorite wrestling match that made him want to be a wrestler, which was Hulk Hogan versus The Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. And the match that he had to take out of his best wrestling match was during the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, and him fighting one of the best junior heavyweight tag team champions, one half of the Golden Dawn with Kenny Omega. Golden Lovers. I said Golden Dawn. Yeah. Twilight, Golden Dawn. One half of the Golden Lover with Kenny Omega. It is Kota Ibushi. And Kota Ibushi won that match. And he took that. He said that was one of his best matches he's ever done. Better than the title run with the Cruiserweight title. Better than when he some of the tag team matches he's done with Paul London. That was the best match that he takes from his career.
And yeah, lovely diva, Ashley.
Ah. Right. That's it for our show, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm SergDragon. This is Chris Pitre. Say it.
Too sweet.
We'll see you next one. Peace out.
Bye.